Welcome to the video tutorial for the Finance for the European Pillar of Social Rights self-assessment tool. This tool has been designed to help organizations, especially providers of services of general interest, assess and enhance their social contributions in line with sustainable finance principles. Each tab has a specific set of instructions. However, to help you move smoothly through the assessment, start with the Navigation tab. Here, you'll find a clear guide to the structure of the tool and the suggested sequence for filling it out. The starting point of the tool is the assessment of your organization's social contributions. This step is the basis for two distinct outcomes. The first one is to use this assessment as the basis for developing a social investment framework. The second outcome is to assess the identified social contribution against the AAAQ framework as a basis for a potential label. Once you identify your aim, you can start the assessment. In the first main tab, you will describe your investment project in practical and social terms. This section is the foundation of your assessment. Start by explaining what the project is about, the type of activity, the local context in where the project will be implemented, the partners involved, and the target population. The guiding questions will help you fill in each assessment category. Each category serves a specific purpose for either pathway you choose within the tool. However, the main focus of the tool is the description of your social contributions to the European Union social priority based on the European Pillar of Social Rights. Now describe how the project contributes to one or more social contribution areas. This is where the tool links to the next tab. In this tab, you'll find a list of recognized social contribution areas that are aligned with the EU priorities and the European Pillar of Social Rights. Use this tab to identify which area or areas your project has an impact on and to further refine or expand the positive impact you can make, as well as any risks and potential negative impacts. You can refer to the descriptions and examples to guide your selection. Once you have selected all of the potential impact areas, go back to the previous tab and summarize your social contribution assessment. Once you have completed your social contribution assessment, you are ready to move to Pathway 2 and to develop an investment framework according to the International Capital Market Association's social bond principles. The ICMA principles are based on best practices that promote transparency for investors while focusing on social impact. The purpose of these principles is to support financing socially sustainable projects, and by following the prompts on this tab, you will have reflected and structured your investment proposal according to these principles. The second pathway of this assessment is to evaluate your project's social contribution based on the initial assessment. This is where your social contribution is translated into a numerical score based on the AAAQ framework. The purpose of this evaluation is not to rank or reject projects, but to help organizations reflect, learn, and improve. In fact, it offers a structured way to identify strengths and gaps in your approach. By using a scale of 1 to 5, the scoring grid assesses key aspects such as how availability of the service is expanded, how the service is more accessible, if the service is aligned with social norms, and if the service improves quality. Once you have completed this final step, you will have a clear, structured overview of how your project contributes to social objectives and how you can use your social contribution to develop a social investment framework. To support your understanding and application of the tool, two valuable resources are included: the glossary and the annexes. The glossary provides simple definitions for all key terms used in the tool. It's a quick reference whenever you are unsure of a concept or indicator. The annexes go a step further by providing relevant resources or practical examples for the different steps in the tool. Your assessment has come to an end, and you are now ready to strengthen your organization's contribution to a more inclusive and sustainable future.